Hiya. So I've got a little bit of time to myself in terms of the kiddies are in the other room watching a bit of telly and my partner's just off for a run. So and it's Friday night as well, so I don't have to get the kids up for school the next day. So this is our kind of day where we can kind of loosen the routine a little bit, so I don't have to be getting anyone to bed by a certain time and all that kind of stuff. We can just kind of do it as it naturally comes, which is quite nice, just to have one day off from the sort of routine, everything. So I thought we'd just have a quick chat about getting to the root of a problem instead of eating or let's just say eating. I suppose at the moment I drink caffeine or eat over problems. It's not quite as simple as that, but I'll sort of talk a little bit more about it. Basically, I watched a video by Andy Neville, which he goes under the name of The Hairy Slimmer now. And he was talking about Slimming World struggles. I've watched it a few times before, but sometimes there's videos that I kind of go back to that you guys do that I just kind of rewatch, just to jog my mind again, because sometimes you forget things, don't you? And one of the things he was talking about was how when you have he was talking about how you have a temporary filling. Sometimes you have a temporary filling and you think that it's fine and you eat in and everything and you think, oh, I don't need the proper filling now, it's totally fine. But you use it and then at some point your filling falls out, and if you're not careful you don't get it done straight away, it ends up getting food in there, it gets infected, and then you get really bad situations. So, and he's saying it's much better, it's obviously saying the root of the problem, which is very, carries on with the metaphor of teeth, that we need to sort out what our issues are rather than just covering them over with a temporary filling. For me personally, those temporary fillings are caffeine and they are food. And it's not about, I don't eat to, because things have happened, I eat to numb any old feelings. So I feel, if I feel tired, I will eat to boost myself up. If I feel maybe a little detached, I might eat to kind of give myself a sense of familiarity. I have this week stopped drinking caffeine again because I realised one of the reasons why I drink caffeine is because I'm not getting enough sleep. Therefore I'm tired and I feel like I have to do more than my body's physically allowing me to. I feel like I've got to do more in the evenings than I can kind of actually, than I have the stamina for. So I've been drinking caffeine just to give myself an extra boost, and I've decided that instead I'm just going to not do those things. So I am going to do only a small amount of washing up every day. I'm not going to try and clear the whole lot. I'm not going to stay up till 11 o'clock at night tidying up. It's just not going to happen. We're just going to have a messier house. I can't complete all of that and have a reasonable sense of mental health. So what I do is I make an evening meal, and if there's a bit of time before bath time, I will do a little bit of washing up. But when I come back downstairs, the only thing at that point then I'm doing is putting our food in for the next day into the tubs. What's the little person coming through? No. And then I sit and eat my evening meal. I have a chill out, so I try not to do anything else particularly productive. I also put a washing load on. The washing load takes 1 hour. So I basically have 1 hour of kind of chill out time, and at the end of that, when the washing machine finishes, I do one load of washing up, and that's it. I basically, while I'm putting our food into the containers, I fill up the washing up bowl with things. I let it soak, so it's sort of full, and then at the end of the washing, I just wash that amount up. I don't wash any more I don't put anything away, it just wash it up, and then it sits there for the morning, and then I put it away in the morning, you know, because it's all dry by that point. So it's been quite of a struggle, because it's a challenge for me to be okay with that. I feel like I'm going to be judged. It's hard, you know, you think someone's going to come around at some point and tell you that your house is too messy and you can't look after children anymore because you've got muck on the floor, you know, and all of these things that go around in your head. You know, my partner, when the kids were younger, used to, you know, complain at me because I hadn't washed things up and things like that. Pause that. Sister. Yeah, okay, so it was coming for a little, I don't know, little chat and a request for juice. So yeah, so what I've been trying to do more recently. Do you want me to open that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So basically, what I've been trying to do is just, so what I've decided to do, I've taken away the caffeine this week, and I've decided that I am just going to let my natural tiredness tell me what I need to do. If I'm tired, I will have a rest, and I won't particularly care if the stuff hasn't got done. I've got to get myself away from this sense of having to push through and ignoring my signs that I'm tired, because I know it's the same for everybody when they have young children. You just switch off that part of your brain that tells you you're tired, because there's a, you know, I said it to my partner, I said, you know, I just switched it off because I knew I was going to have to get up in the middle of the night. There's a bit of my brain that just, you know, and he took it a bit of a front because he thought I was complaining at him that he didn't used to get up in the middle of the night. And yeah, he didn't, but I don't know whether he had that switch in his head that just went, I have to get up now and deal with it. I don't know, but I know I did, and I know that I felt that I could not relinquish and it could not stop, and if I was tired, then tough luck. So there's so much of me that switched that off that I think I'm going to need to now they're older and they go to bed, and sometimes I can even sleep before they've slept, you know, I can even have a nap sometimes, or, you know, and so it's easier, and I think I'm going to have to start to relearn what it feels like to be tired, rather than getting myself to an exhaustion stage. So that's what I've been trying to do. I took away caffeine so that I could let that come through. Because I took away caffeine, then all my binge eating things have come back through. I've certainly gone over my sins every single day, and I've struggled, and it's really shown it tremendously. You know, I've been using caffeine as a crutch to kind of shut off those other feelings, and now that's not there, then all the other stuff comes back, which is good, because it allows me to really look at things and be aware of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Now, you know, I can tell, you know, I can really see my cravings come through. I can really see me trying to trick myself into wanting things or not wanting things, and making myself feel deprived before I've even made a choice. You know, I don't need to feel deprived on Slimming World, but my brain tries to make me feel so, you know, and all those tricks the brain plays on you. But I know that it will peter out again. I've done this week, I don't think I've put on very much. I like maximum like a pound maybe, because obviously the Slimming World meal parts, the meals bit, because of the plan, I have the same evening meal, and all evening meals and all lunch times are all on plan. So that it's you know, it's already set in stone. There's no reason to change any of those things. They're all delicious. They all work perfectly well. So it's only these little snacky bits and breakfast times where I can't be bothered to make myself my muesli or whatever, and I just skip that because it's easier just to get all the stuff done instead, and then I'll take some bits with me. I mean, even the bits I've been taking with me not been too bad. You know, it's been a hi-fi bar and some fruit, and sometimes I had peanut butter sandwich, you know, with my 4.5 sins worth of peanut butter on 2 slices of wholemeal bread. So that was all within it, but I wasn't counting each time. I was counting the amount that was in the peanut butter thing, but then And luckily I don't have any snacks at work, just because we're busy. There's no need to have snacks there. We're just busy. So I tend to have my worst bit is when I pick the kids up. And when I come home, my brain, I try and find all sorts of things to eat. But it's not that big a deal, because I know that it's a process, and it's only ever for, I try not to come home too early. We always play out on the field, on the school field, so that I'm not at home too long around the food. So I'm only having like half an hour here before I'm starting making dinner, so I can never really do myself too much damage in that patch. But so I'm more grateful that it's come through, if you know what I mean. I'm more grateful that the feelings of binging have come through, so I can look at them, so you can look at them in the face. I think I don't operate under a willpower situation. I have zero willpower. I just cannot restrict myself. I can't go, I better not have, as soon as I even say I better not have that, I'm like, no, I can't do it. I just do not work as a willpower thing. I cannot say, oh no, I shouldn't have that. That is just not how I work. So I work by, the best way Slimming World works for me is look at all the delicious fruits and vegetables you can have. What's your favourite? Go for it. You know, I have to do it like that way. I have to look at what it gives me, not what it takes away, because I've got nothing. No willpower whatsoever, especially when I'm in a vulnerable, weakened state. Like, you know, when I need something, I don't know what it is I need, my body just tries to find it, and I've got no power over it whatsoever. So, you know, it's got to be the other way around for me. And listening to Andy Neville talk about the root of the problem, that's what I've got to deal with. I've got to figure out all of the little tiny bits and pieces that make me want to eat in those situations. It's not just a simple answer. I'm sure it's not, because they're always hidden and hidden and hidden. I know obviously one of the things is making sure I'm not taking too much on for myself, but you know, there's habits ingrained, there's, you know, trying to do different things for your brain, you know, it's all sorts. So I'm hoping over this time I was thinking about writing it down. Like, I was thinking about when I got back, immediately make myself a hot drink and sit down with a pen and paper. The trouble is the time that the kettle is taking to boil is like, you know, you've got time then to be shoving all sorts in your face. So it's trying to think of something I can quickly shove in my face that is going to be healthy. Maybe make myself something that's easy snackable on when I get back, or maybe I should use, while the kettle's boiling, to take that time to write the stuff down, or I don't know yet. I don't really know how I'm going to deal with it. I know I've taken caffeine out, and I know caffeine doesn't help me because it hides when I'm tired, and I need to learn about feeling tired, and I need to know that I'm safe to stop if I need to stop, and it all won't crumble around me, and I need to know that no one will shout at me because I haven't done enough. I need to know that I've got no crying child that's going to need me in a moment's notice. So there's lots of things I'm relearning that I'm safe. And I think one of the things I wanted to know was, I know this is a big ask, but it would be wonderful to know if you've gone through those moments, whether you've had like problems that you've hidden and then you've had to take your time to uncover, whether you've got your own kind of problems that you eat over, or maybe just feelings that you eat over, or maybe just, I mean, it's a big amount. I mean, even I wouldn't be able to put that in a comment, you know, that's a lot. So maybe just like a moment or something, or maybe a recollection of one thing that you were finding you were eating over, or maybe you know, like a little feeling or something. For example, today today I ate some crisps, like a packet of crisps and a packet of biscuits, like you know, one of those cookie packs type of thing, malted. And I think I did that because I was sort of finally relaxing. We were over at the field and I took some time out just before everybody else had gone from the field, and so I didn't, you know, I felt safe because I was kind of by myself just with the kids. And just my alarm going off. I felt like I wanted to relax, so my brain instantly kind of said to me, well, like, why not relax with some crisps? I mean, I was pretty hungry, so it wanted to fill me up, you know. It didn't really want me to be hungry. I didn't want to sort of feel sort of a little bit sad. I didn't want to feel uncomfortable. I didn't want, you know, I just wanted something to fill me up, give me a little boost while I was sat, you know, with the kiddies in the, we were doing a bit of sand pit stuff. They were showing me how they were making a volcano with the water and stuff, and I just kind of wanted to sit with them for a bit, but just still have a little chill out, because obviously it's a long day and you get tired. And so I suppose that was, today for instance, that was why I ate. It certainly wasn't a binge eat by any stretch of the imagination, but it was eating for comfort, and it was eating to stave off any hunger that I might experience by the time I got home. You know, and I think when I got home, I think I had a bowl of cornflakes. I've got to make some chips in a bit, like, you know, Slim and Well chips, just because I'm going to have chili chips and hummus. And I think there's a bit of me, I just wanted something to eat immediately so I could have enough energy to kind of do the next bit, I suppose. So that's, for example, that's why I ate today. Hey, yeah. Just going to pause that.
Where's Dad?
Yeah, so let me know if you experience anything like that, or little moments and those types of things where we eating to cover up a few bits and those types of things, and tell me if you've kind of got a guy. No. She's just pulling the cupboard to pieces. Okay then, I will see you next time. Thanks very much for watching and listening, and lots of love. Bye.